All right, just got some new in-ears in the mail. Tipsy M3. We're gonna unbox them. Then I'm gonna hear what they sound like. Then I'm gonna use them and let you know my thoughts. Here we go. Now, these are not necessarily budget. These are mid-tier, I would say. They lean towards the budget side. I usually say anything less than $200 I would consider budget, which a lot of people get upset about that because they're like, oh, you can get in-ears for $17 now. You can, and that's great. We live in a great time, but you can also spend like $12,000 on in-ears. So these are $220. We're gonna call them mid-tier. Here's the unboxing experience. How do we unbox this thing? Here we go. Feeling a bit tipsy. Hello. Ooh, is that the case? Oh, okay. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the case. Feeling a bit tipsy. What is this? A coaster. I mean, I don't know if you need a coaster with your in-ears, but that's kind of cool. This case, I'm loving that. Usually you get like a case like this, which I like these, but this, it's metal. You're not gonna scratch these. Let me see how to open this thing. We have our tips in here. These like silicone tips right here. Small, medium, large. I'm usually large. And then you have the squishy ones, the foam tips, which if you're really trying to get a good seal, a lot of times the foam tips are really nice. I am very impressed with this case. Oh, it also has different adapters in case you need 1/4 inch. And let's feel this, let's feel the cable first. Okay, if you are a cord cable snob, you will enjoy this. This is nice. It's got everything you want. It's got the little cinchy thing. It doesn't slide up and down. It's not too loose. It's perfect. This is not a braided cable, so it's only twisted, but it feels really nice. It's not too slick. I don't really like the rubbery ones that get, I put it down the back of my shirt, and so I don't like it getting stuck. I like that. Feeling a bit tipsy. I'm really impressed with this case right here. That's nice. Okay, the in-ears themselves. Here they are. Is there anything else hiding in here? I don't think so. It's got this kind of tip right there. The cables fit into those two little prongs. I got the green ones. They make like a orangey red one as well. And then they make a black and white one. And that one looks really nice. If I were purchasing these, which I did not, they sent them to me for free, but only to try out. I don't have to say anything specific. I just get to try them out. This is the right in-ear. I do know that they have a few, like, these are closed back, obviously, but they have a couple pressure release points right here that, you know, when you get bass buildup in your ears, that's when things can sound unnatural. So if you are, you know, using these just on stage as you're trying to listen with your in-ear monitors, or you're trying to dial in presets, you don't want a lot of bass buildup, and that's something you have to be careful with. I usually use open back headphones because it gives me a more realistic sense of the tone rather than hearing everything in complete isolation. Now, you kind of do want isolation when you're in a loud environment. You're on stage, you just want to be able to hear yourself. But so it depends on what you're doing. If you're trying to dial in tones and have what you're dialing in be represented like going through front of house, then having something that has this little port to relieve the pressure is a really good idea. I didn't read the hello letter. Let's read it. Tipsy shows the frequency response. These are supposed to be balanced. Of course, a lot of people say that, but they're not like bass boost. There's one dynamic driver, which is usually a bigger speaker inside the in-ear that gives you really clear representation of what you hear, usually more dynamic, hence the word dynamic, natural bass response. But then it has two balanced armature drivers, which are really tiny, and they give you really precision sound. So having them both in one in-ear usually results in a good sound in my experience. Let's plug them up and hear what they sound like. As a reference, I use the Kiwi ears. These are the orchestra lights. I've reviewed the quintets, the quartets. I've settled on these. I really like them, and they are very similar in price range. So I'll be able to compare apples to apples, let you know what I use every single week, and then how these compare to it. I'll be right back. Okay, quick A/B test. They both sound really good. I'm really used to these. These are more flat, probably a little bit more mid-pushed, mid-focused on the vocal. These, the kick drum really stuck out, but not in an overwhelming way. I felt like I was feeling the beater hit the kick drum with clarity. A lot of good precision in the low end, nice and tight. I also noticed comparing the two that the vocal here, I was hearing a little bit more of the high mids than the low to medium mids. Just below the S's, not that annoying, you know, de-esser sound that you would need. Just a lot of clarity on the top end. So that sounds really good on this initial sound test. Now I'm gonna use them live. Okay, let's see what my son thinks about this right here. James, come read this. What does that say?
Feeling a bit tipsy.
What does that even mean?
A little bit drunk.
Yeah, that's the name of the brand though. And I think I like these. I was gonna tell you what I liked about them. You would love these because they are. He has smaller ears than I do. They did seal. But I kept having to push them in just because my ears are big. I'm a big person. So I want you to try them eventually. But what I love is this case. This case is what I love. It's like a hard hockey puck case. And feel it, like open it. It's so satisfying. You just peel it. You just like put your thumb in the grooves there.
Oh. I like.
Oh, look at this. And then you just go like this. And you go, this is proper technique. Round. See? You getting that? You got that? Look at that. Look at that. Drop them in. And it stays fresh. Go buy them.